Hello there, and welcome to another Commodore 64 playthrough. And now we're going to play one of the most disappointing releases ever for the Commodore 64, and this is Chase HQ. Oh, just look at it. Oh, dearie me. It puts the Commodore 64 straight into sort of Spectrum emulation mode. Oh dear. So it's the original was an arcade game, and the arcade game was superb. You had all these people talking to you at the bottom. There's Nancy telling you we've got an emergency, and it's a car racing game. So you have your car, and the idea is you've got to catch up with the criminal, and then when you get the criminal, you've got to bash him enough times so that you win, basically. And then you get into the next level, and you get the next level, and so on and so forth. So there are two defining factors with the game. First of all is the time limit, which you'll see says 60 seconds. It isn't moving because I've got it on the cheat mode, because that's the sort of person I am. And the second thing you've got to do is the distance between you and the bad guy. So the distance is the purple number at the bottom that's saying 750. On the right hand side of the screen you'll see that there's two dots, one for you, one for the bad guy, so you can see you as you gradually get closer and closer and closer. And then after that it's basically just a normal sort of street game. You are on this street, and then you will get obstacles, you will get things in the road like other cars. You've got to be careful that you don't bash the things like the trees and other things that are going on here. Also, sometimes the road splits, so you have to go left or right, and if you go the wrong way, then you lose valuable time. Yeah, so that's it. Now, as you can tell, the first thing that you have a problem with is the graphics. So this is very much, it's the sort of thing that you would imagine on the Spectrum, and I think I'm probably insulting Spectrum users by saying that, because this monochromatic sort of nonsense, as I bash into the pegs, is not, it's not brilliant. And then the second thing is that you get all these color collisions, which again is a very Spectrum thing. So you'll get the skyline at the top being blue, it'll collide with the green of the road or whatever you've got. And so it's not great. And then the sprites themselves, the car and the other cars and everything, look at these things. It's just not brilliant. Now, the idea with this is that you get 3 boosts, which are the sort of star symbols on the top of the screen. And the boosts take you up to 400 kilometers per hour, I think it is. Because I don't think it's miles per hour. I think 400 miles per hour is like sort of supersonic speeds, isn't it, really? There'd be a sonic boom when you tried to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a boost, seeing as I'm doing horrifically badly at this. Again, because I've got it on a cheat, I've got infinite boosts, because again, that's just the way I am. And then we go into this tunnel, so you can really see the collisions at play here, can't you? Because the way that the way you've got blue lights and you've got other lights as well. What another boost? You can only put a boost on if you go up to about, I think it's 250 kph, miles per hour. So there's a dude at the bottom going whoa, and he often says things and makes remarks and stuff, and that's quite cool. But to be honest, if you're driving and trying to avoid red cars and all sorts of yellow cars and what have you, free hit yellow car, then you're not really going to be sitting there looking at this guy's little remarks as well. Anyway, so I'm getting close to the bad guy, and you find out which one the bad guy is because you get this big arrow appears out of nowhere and points to the car. So you'll see I'm 50 clicks or whatever it is, 45 clicks. It doesn't really seem to make much of a difference how fast I go to how far away I go. Woo! Yes, so I've got my lights on now, so I'm assuming it's that white one. Yep. And then on the left hand side you'll see there's a bar appeared, and that fills up with like green stuff. Oops. Oh, I'm not doing very well here at all. So yes, so that left hand bar, it fills up with green stuff, and the green stuff every time you hit the guy you get a green blob. So the idea is you've got to hit him a number of times or bash him off the road or whatever the requirement is. So yeah, I bashed him, so I get 1 bit of green. Sorry for that silence, I was actually concentrating on what I was doing just for a change. So yeah, so you get the gist of it, really. Oh, and I bashed him twice. I did really well. Oh, and he's saying harder, harder. Yes, I remember that. Yeah, that was quite a puerile thing, when you're 12 years old and you see the guys saying go harder. I can't go any faster. That's the only trouble. The other thing is that the sounds. I mean, obviously that police sirens doesn't sound so bad, but the sound of your car accelerating is just so poor. You've got all the wonderful things that a SID chip can do, and it just basically sounds like a Bon Tempi organ. All right, yes, I'm doing it. Trying to do it more. It's easier said than done. So yeah, this was such a disappointing game because the arcade game was fab. I know racing games are a difficult genre on 8-bit machines, especially the Commodore 64, because of the way that it handles graphics. Everything's sprite based rather than some of the other ways that computers did graphics. But still, honestly, it's just pants. And I think this got something like 20% when it came out in Zap or Commodore format or whenever it was. And such a disappointing game. So I'm going to try and see if I can catch up with this guy. How on earth I'd do it within the 60-second time limit if I was playing this properly, I do not know. Now, I remember playing this game, but I don't remember owning it. So all I can assume is that it was on a cover tape or something, because I can't remember actually sort of, I certainly wouldn't have paid money for it. As I say, that the reviews are quite scathing of this. And then we bashed him again. And again, you have to remember the sort of the sort of backstory, if you like, to owning computer games. If you went to the arcades, you had to put money in, and obviously it doesn't take very long before you've spent the same as how much the game would cost. But this was a full price game. This wasn't one of the Mastertronic specials. This was an Ocean release, and this was £7, £10 for the disc version. So, and that was a lot of money in the 80s. And it's such a shame, really, that you only find out these things. And I'd imagine that the box probably had screenshots from the Amiga version or from the arcade or something like that, and it was like, woo, look at this fantastic game. But yeah, not a brilliant game. So I'm going to try and see oh, he's on fire now. He's on fire. I'm not being gender biased. It's definitely a bloke. And I'm being told by the Sammy Davis Jr. guy to push it more, which is what I'm doing. It's a bit frustrating, this. I wonder if I put a boost on, will that make any difference? Oh, I can't use a boost when we're in hot pursuit. It's a bit of a shame. I'm going too slow. One of the two. So, oh, it's gone red now. That's good. That's good. It means we're nearly there. So I hope Nancy will be pleased. Nancy's just sort of, for those of you who remember Knight Rider, it's that sort of character, the girl who's telling you what to do. And that siren's not annoying at all, is it, really? Oh, my thumb's hurting. My thumb's hurting on my joystick. Oh, I wish I had a proper joystick for these games rather than a joypad. Because that's the other thing you miss, is that, just smacking yourself on a joystick. Can I use a boost? Yay! There you go. I'm even using a... Oh, even using the boost, I'm doing absolutely terribly. Oh, come on. Bang, bang, bang. Oh, dear me, I wish I'd never bothered. Yes, pull over, creep. Is that it? Is he gone? Yay, we got him. Oh, wasn't that a nightmare? So he's under arrest on suspicion of first-degree murder. I like it how his car's in flames and my car's completely unscratched. I mean, what's it got? Lead on the front or something like that. Oh, so there we go. So I got a big score because obviously I'm cheating. Cheating like mad. So yeah. How do I go to the next level then? Not that anybody wants to see me play another level of that. But yeah, now what? Oh, here we go. Oh, screen's changed. Did I break it? Did I break something? Oh dear. Dear. Oh no. Oh, it's loading the next thing, isn't it? Oh, because it's a disc game. It's loading the next level. Why it needs to do that, I do not know. Because obviously, I'm just checking it is loading. No, I don't think it is loading. I think I've broken it. Go me. Brilliant. Right. Well, anyway, on that damp note, that's been Chase HQ. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. Any questions or comments, leave below. And don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.